Hello Aquarius and welcome to your April 2021 tarot readings with me. So let's get started. Well, how is the month starting? Well, the month is starting with a request to you, my dear Aquarius, that you need to balance your work and your home. All right, this is what we see over here. There might be a compromise required for you at this point of time. I'm seeing that as if you are giving too much at your workplace, and because of that your home life is suffering, or you are spending too much time with your family, because of that your work is suffering. So you're like a kind of a wow. You're playing the ping pong with your work and your family, and that is creating a kind of a how do you say, lack of balance in your life. So at this point of time, my dear Aquarius, in the first week of April, you will need to put a balance. And you know what, for your loved ones, if you have to sacrifice a little bit, it is not a sacrifice. Or for your work, if you have to sacrifice a little bit of your personal time, a little bit, not too much, okay, otherwise they send you home. So so you have to do it, but you don't call it a sacrifice, okay? You just say, okay, fine, I am doing it because it is the requirement of the time, and if it saves the relationship, I'm going to do it. Or if it's saving my job, I'm going to do it. So there is no sacrifice here. There is just you are doing it as a duty over here, my dear Aquarius. And I'm seeing that the first week is going to really be you might have that little bug inside of you, like saying, trying to make you feel guilty, like, oh, you're giving too much time to this side or that side, okay? So balance is the key. Balance will be required from you, my dear Aquarius. And then we are going to the second week. Well, the second week is about some kind of communication that you are going to have in the second week, which is going to create not a very pleasant feeling inside of you, my dear Aquarius. I'm seeing that you are going to be feeling somehow, you feel like punching the person in the face. This is what you're going to feel, my dear Aquarius, unfortunately, in the second week, because it can be dealing with some administrative papers, some kind of papers that have arrived, and you don't like those because you say, hey, what's that? I have already done this, and now this I have to do, like sometimes, when we figure out that everything is nicely done, and we sit and we are like, wow, now I can just rest a bit, but then something arrives, and then you don't like it, yeah, like, oh, this is still left to do, so this kind of feeling can come up. There is an element of misunderstanding over here in the second week. There is an element of argument with a very close person, I see. In your closest relationship, my dear Aquarius, be very careful, because here there can be some kind of a deep misunderstanding. And if you were already in a misunderstanding thing, then I feel that over here you really have to take good care, my dear Aquarius, because it can create a kind of a very heated discussion with your loved one, which might really land into a separation also. And if you were already in a separated state, then it can call for a break off or a divorce also at this point of time. So you better be careful if you don't want it to happen. If you want it to happen, well, go ahead, use those swords and fight it out. Yeah, I would say like that. Yeah, because happiness at the end has to matter for both the parties. Not just one person is making all the, giving and giving, and the other person is just taking and not giving anything in return. It's better that the other person who is not giving anything in the relationship has to, has to just leave and make place for somebody who is ready to give you that love, that respect that you so much deserve, my dear Aquarius. All right. And regarding colleagues also, you need to be careful because there can be an element of misunderstanding, or some small thing happens, and you can flare up and you can give them a piece of your mind. So just be careful regarding that situation in the second week. And also I see that some of the Aquarians can be feeling a bit tired, a bit low on morale in the second week. So cheer up, dance, or just go and just listen to some nice music, or just go for a walk, or just have something that you know like to do, like like some nice recipe that you really really enjoy. When you eat it, it reminds you of those nice days that you spent with some friends or your family, and then you feel really really nice, you liven up inside. Or that song that makes you smile, or that particular movie that you watched with some people who remind you of those people, and you just, it puts a smile on your face. Do something like that to come out of this stagnant energy in the second week. And in the third week, I'm seeing again the administration energy here. You might be meeting someone from the administration field. It can be a doctor, it can be a therapist, it can be an advocate, it can be somebody from the law and order side, and you are meeting them for some kind of an advice. This is a father figure also, so most probably you're discussing some important things with your father figure, or with your father, or with your boss also at this point of time, who is very very good actually, and who is giving you the right and kind of advice. This is what I'm seeing over here, my dear Aquarius, for you in the third week. You don't need to worry, because you are going to have a very good advisor for you in the third week. This is what I see. This is a masculine energy, and you can really really rely on this masculine energy, my dear Aquarius, in the third week. And administrative papers are very much on the table in the third week. Paperwork, I'm seeing a lot of it also. Students might be meeting a kind of a director, or the authority person, or of a particular of a particular school or a college or a university at this point of time. This is what I'm seeing, who is giving a good advice, a good teacher coming your way, my dear students, also in the third week. And then we go to the fourth week, and this is all about being very very it's about being very very spontaneous. It's about being creative. It's funny because many of the signs is showing this card is popping up. That means I think the energy of the universe is telling us to be more creative. Even if things outside are stagnating, we can make our lives beautiful by the way we deal with the stagnation. We can do the same things in a different way, right? Like for example, if you are in the morning, what is your routine? You try to make some changes there, and something new you introduce in your routine. So it's a kind of element of difference that we introduce, and this is what gets a click, and this can get some fun also into our lives. Like yeah, just with your kids also. If you are under a lockdown, then with your kids you play or you enact something. Like at my place, so during the lockdown, what were we doing is like each of us used to just, okay, I'll write down something because I like to write. And like in my family, like each of us, we were like, okay, you're going to perform this, you're going to sing this, you're going to play music for this, or just let's do something. And then after the dinner in the evening, well, everybody is going to come and everybody is going to do their piece of work that was given to them, and a creative piece. So in the last week also, something creative is demanded from you. The way of doing things is supposed to be very creative, very spontaneous, my dear Aquarius, for you in the last week of the month of April. This is what I see, and I'm seeing that your communication skills are going to be pretty good. So if you want to do some negotiations, last week of April is a good time to do it. Keep your temper cool and negotiate, and communicate the way in which you can find a win-win possibility in that particular second week stuff. Okay, that you might iron it out in the fourth week, my dear Aquarius. This is what I'm seeing. Brush up your communication skills, and if you wanted to ask for some kind of approval, then the last week is pretty good at this point of time. Something to do with spontaneity, creativity, and communication. This is what I'm seeing for Aquarians in the last week. And yes, it is a work week, so put in all your efforts in order to get something really positive out of it, my dear Aquarius, in the last week. So all in all, I would say lot of administrative stuff, lot of things to deal with on paper level. This is what I'm seeing for Aquarians in the last week. In the month of April, in the second and the third week. While the first and the last weeks are all about balance, all about creativity, all about love, all about, you know, trying to express yourself the way that it is heard and understood, the way it is expressed. Okay, because Aquarians and expressions, yeah, it's a bit difficult. They cannot really put words to their feelings, and it comes out like a volcano at times, and then the people in front, they wonder, is like, like they get a bit shaken up by the way you express your anger, or your emotions are too, how do you say, yeah, they are very differently expressed. And because of that, what happens is that it can create a problem in a relationship. So now, my dear Aquarius, as we are entering into the new year, astrological year in April, now we have to now grow up on that, and then we have to try to learn how to communicate without any reaction, because the reaction part of your communication can make you a loser, where actually you can be a winner. So think about it, because you need to know that what is it that is important for you at this point of time, what you can afford to lose and what you don't want to lose, what you cannot afford to lose. And according to that, you need to really, really balance your communication with the people in question, and know that good communication is the key. All right, my dear Aquarius. So thank you for listening. I wish you a wonderful April month, and please do like, share, and comment. And I shall see you next month. Until then, take good care of yourself. Bye bye. God bless. Bye.